Hi everyone, my name's Andy Robertshaw. Today is Friday the 19th of June 2026 and I'm going to be solving one of today's level 10 puzzles. So it's greater than Killer Sudoku 31641. That's 31641. Right, let's get going. So got 3 cage there, which is 1, 2. 15 cage there is 6, 9 or 7, 8. 17 cage there with 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 or 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So, alright, I'm just trying to look for things with few options first. Right. Well, let's do some with some more options then. Nothing's jumping out with few options. So 13 cage there, 4, 9, 5, 8, 6, 7. I can't eliminate anything from there for the 17 cage. What else? A 12 cage there, 3, 9, 5, 7, 4, 8. Let's have a look at 4 columns now. I've got 174, which is 6 less than 180, so that plus that is 180. So that plus that is 6 to make up the 180. So no 3 there, 6 or 7. 1, 2, 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 4, 5 there. Right. I've got... They tend to be symmetrical, so I can do the same horizontally. 166, so that plus that is 14. So 5, 9 or 6, 8. Let's have a look at these top 2 rows. 93, so those 2 are 3 more than that one. Can I do the same? I'll do the same vertically here. 96, so that one is 6 more than those 2. I've got 43 between those 2, so those 2 are 2 more than that one. So maximum 11, maximum 5 then in the top of that 9 cage, minimum 4 in the bottom one there. 12 cage there, 3, 9, 4, 8, 5, 7. Minimum of 4 there, so maximum 5 and 9 there. So minimum of 4 to go with them in the 18 cage. Nothing more than 7 inside a 10 cage of size 3. I've got 20 and 12, 32, so that plus that is 13. 4, 9, 5, 8, 6, 7. Can't have a 9 in the 9 cage, so not a 4 there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 there. And I've got something between 2 and 6 to make up this 11 cage. But in the 17 cage, I know I've got 1 and 2 and 3. I've got 1, 2 and 3 there. So along with 4, 7 or 5, 6. So not 2 or 3 there, not 8 or 9 there. So not 4 or 5 there, not 4 or 5 there. Right. So total of 13 there, not an even number, can't have the same thing twice. Right. Right, let's keep looking. What have I got here? I've got a few that stick out. 120. In fact, that's interesting. That is 90 plus 30. So those 4 add up to 30. So maximum 24, so minimum 6 here. So they must add up to at least 21, because I've got maximum 9 there. So nothing less than 4 there. Not a 9 in the 9 cage. So something between 1 and 5 to go with that. Can't have a 9 there, because I've got at least a 6 to go with it. So I could have 6, 7, 8 and 9. Otherwise that's a 9. So either that one or that one must be a 9. Right. So minimum 6 and 4 there. In fact, could I have 6 and 4? I couldn't, could I? So I could only have 17 between those two. So maximum 17, minimum 13. It only gives me 1 or 2 there. I've not got much slack then, have I? Because that's a 15 cage. So I've got 13 or 14 there. So I've got to have 16 or 17 between those two. So that one must be a 9. That could be 7 or 8 to go with it. And 1, 2 there. So not 9 there, not 4 there. Let's come back and have a look at this. So 13 or 14. In fact, I've got to have 1 and 2 both there. I should have spotted this. Or did... Right. Okay, yes, with the 9 there. That's... I think I said that earlier on. So 6 more than those 2. But a total of 3 there. I said they're 30. So those 3 are 21. With 7 there, I'd have 2 there and 1 there. And a total of 14, which could be 5, 9 or 6, 8. With 8 there, 1, 2, total of 13 there. 7, 6, 6, 7, 4, 8, 5. Okay, plenty of options. I don't think I'm getting anywhere quickly with that. Right, so 42 between those two cages. So those 2 are 3 more than that one. So I might have been here before. 43, those 2 more than that one. In fact, I need a 9 either here or here in this box. So 9, 4 or 9, 2. Must have a 4 or a 2, but not both. Again, I don't know how helpful that's going to be. In fact, I've got 6 and 8. In fact, I've got a total of 14 between those two. Let's come back and have a look at the 15 cage. So 14, 166 there. That plus that is 14. If I've got 2 there, I can't have 5 and 8. So 2 with 6, 7 or 4, 9. And 1 with either 14 option. Right. In fact, I can look at those, can't I? 41. I've got that. That's 4 less than that one. Okay. Let's have a look. I'm sure I've been here before as well. 81. So those 2 are 9 more than that one. Right, 21 cage there. Nothing less than 4 can go in that. For the rest of this box, I've got 1 and 2 there. So that's something between 3 and 8. It's not 9 because I've got 9 there. This one could be the 9. And it's 3 less than the pair of those two. So those two add up to something between 6 and 12. But I've got either a 4 or a 2 in that. So not both. I can't have both the 4 and the 2 there, because I need 9 in both of those. I can't have 5, 1 because it's got neither the 4 nor the 2. So I can't have a total of 6. I can't have a 3 there. Which means my 3 in this box is on the top row. So no 3 there. Right, so that's good. 9, the 9 is one of the, it could be that one, sorry, yeah. So 22 between the 4 of those. My 9 must be one of those, in fact, in this box. So that one can't be a 9. Does this help this 15 cage? So 2, 6, 8 for 5 and 9 there, or 1 with 6, sorry, 1, 6, 8 for 5 and 9 there, or 2 with 6, 7. I can't have the 4 there now, can I? Because I can have 2 and 8 to go with it, so that's not a 4. 1, 6, 8, or 2. I can't have 5 and 8 with the 2, can I? Because I spoil both 14 options there. So 1, 6, 8, or 2, 6, 7. Either way, I need a 6 there. So 6s and 8s can go from that. So this 14 is 5 and 9. So this one isn't 5 or 9. It also isn't 6. I need a 6 there, so that's not a 6. So, right, that's good. So, can't have 5, 6 or 9 there. So, these are 3 more than that one. So, those two add up to 7, 10 or 11. So 7, can't have a 1 in the 11 cage. Remember, I must have a 2 or a 4 there as well. Because I must have a 9 in one of those, must have 4 or 2. So 7 could be 5, 2 or 4, 3. So if I've got 10 there, I could have 4, 6 or 8, 2. If I've got 8 and 11 there, I could have 4, 7, and that's it. So let's put the other side of this one in. 4, 5, 8, 9. Right. Let's keep an eye on what we can have here. Let's do this again, keeping an eye on this. Obviously the 4 there is fine. So what happens when I've got the 2 there? So 4 there, 2, 5, 7, total of 10, 2, 8, or 8, 2 doesn't work. So 4, 5, 8, so 6 and 7 can go there. The 13 cage can't be 6 and 7. So 4, 5, 8, 9. So I must have a 7 inside this 17 cage, unless I've got the 7 there and the 4 is one of those two. Right. Okay, that's good. Okay. Let's try and dig a little deeper into this. If I've got 8 there, 3 more than 8 is 11, which is 4 and 7. I can't have that, can I? I need an 8 there as well. 8, those two, so they were 42, the 19 and the 13. They're 3 more than that, so 8 must go with, remember I need a 4 or a 2, so 4 and 7 there. Need another 8 there, that's no good. No 8 there. So 7, 4, 6, or 8, 2 is not 8, 2. So 7 has to go with 4 and 6. because I'd have an 8 there. I can't have an 8 there. So 7, 4, 6. I'll remember 4 and 6, and then I'll try the 4 and see what I got. So I could have 4, 3 or 5, 2. So 4, 6, 4, 3, 4, 6, 4, 3 or 5, 2. So not an 8 there, or the 5 that would have gone with it. 6, 3, 2 there, not 7 there, not 4 there. So is that helpful? If I got a 7 there now, I know I need a 7 there in that 11 cage. Right. 7 there for 4 there. So in fact, of the options, so I've either got 5, 6 or 4, 7 not in this 17 cage. Obviously that isn't 5, 6 or 4, 7. The two numbers add up to 11. I can't have this plus this equals 11 because I'll ruin both these two values. So this plus this is 11. So if this plus this is 11, this one's the same as this, and we can't have that. So I can't have 5 there and 6 there. So let's take that one out. So my total 11 is this one and this one. So 5, 6 or 7 there. So now we've eliminated an option here. In fact, that's not an 8. So 1, 6, 8 or 2, 6, 7. Okay. But 4 there for a total of 7 here, which could be 4, 3 or 5, 2. I can no longer have the total of 10 there that the 7 would need, because those two are 3 more than that one. So that must be a 4 then. That's a 4 there. So let's do away with the 4s there. And we'll do away with the 4s here. So the top one of this 12 cage, that's not an 8, because that's not a 4. And that's not a 4 either. Okay, so 4, 3, 9, 8 or 5, 2, 8, 9. So only places a 4 could go in this box, that one or that one. So that's 5 and 8. I need a 4 there with 3 and 9. Or 4, 9, 3, 8. Right. Okay. So those two are 5 and 6. Those two must be 2 and 4. If they're 7 and 4, they must be 1 and 5. Right, does that help with this 16 cage at all? So if I've got a 1 in the 16 cage, I've got 2, 4. 2, 4 there. I've got 5, 6. So 1 with 7 and 8. Alright, yeah. So 1 in that cage will go with 7 or 8. But not 6, 9, because the 6 is gone. If I've got a 2 in that cage, I've got 1 and 5 there, and 7, 4 there. So not 1, 4, 5, 7. So it could be 2, 6, 8. If I've got a 3 there, I want a total of 13 to go with it. Not 6 and 7, because it takes both options there. So 3, can I have 3, 5, 8 there? 2, 4, 5, not 3, 5. What about 3, 4, 9? 3, 4, 9. In fact, of 4s and 5s, I must have one of them here and one of them here. So I can't have 3, 4, 5, and I can't have 3, 6, 7 because that takes 6 and 7 take up both options there. So no 4s or 5s in it. So they're my only two options. Can't have 1 or 2 there. But this 16 cage must be 1, 7, 8 or 2, 6, 8. So I know I must have an 8 there. And 6s and 7s, one of 6 and 7 is here, and one of them in the 16 cage. So that's not a 6 or a 7. That's 1, 2 or 3. So maximum 10 between those two, minimum 6 between those two. Right, so 7 or 8 there. I've got the 6, 7, 8 triple there. 2, 6, 8 or 1, 6, 7. So either of those work. But in fact, what goes with what here? So 8, 3, 5, 7, 3, 6. They're possibilities. If I don't have the 3 there, I've got a total of 9 there. So if I got 1, 6, 8 there and no 3 there, I'm left with 2, 7. I need another 2. So that doesn't work. If I've got 2, 6, 7 there, I've got 1, 8 and 7. So I couldn't have a 2 there. So 1 there with 7 and 8, 3, 7, 6 or 3, 8, 5. So no 2 there. Can I do anything with this now? So I've got 22 between the 4 of those. 1, 4, yeah. I probably can't do anything with that just now. Well, nothing that I can easily see. In fact, if I've got 1 there, I've got 8 and 5. 2, 7, 6, 3, 6, 7, 8. So 3, 8, 1. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, let's continue. Right. In fact, 9 must have a 9 there. Must have a 9 inside this 18 cage. So must have a 9 there because the 9 in that box must be in that column. So a couple of things are jumping out to me now. 9 with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I can't have a 3 in that cage, so can't have a 6 to go with the 9. So 9, 4 and 5, 5 and 4, 2 and 7, 1 and 8. Okay, that's fine. But if I look at this one now, I've got 43 there. These two are 2 more than that. These two add up to 11, so not a 1 there, not an 8 there. So 9, 2, 8, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6, 5. And these two add up to 13. So these two 11, these two add up to 13. So this plus this has to be 9, because 13 plus 23 is 36. So that plus that is 9. So 1, 8 or 2, 7. Can't have the 3 there, can't have the 6 there, and can't have the 7 there, because that plus that was 13. So I would have had a 7 there with that one. So I now know this 11 cage is 5 and 6. So no 5, 6 there. But this plus this was 11. So that one is 6, 5 or 6 as well. So 5, 6 pair there. I can take 5 and 6 out of this 17 cage. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So 5, 6 pair there, not a 6 in the 16 cage. And not a 5 there. So I'd have to have 1, 7, 8 in the 16 cage. So that's a 3. That's not 1 there, not 1 there. So 2 and 4. And not 9, 3 in that 12 cage. So 4, 5 or 7, 8. sorry, 4, 8 or 5, 7. Right, 4, 8 or 5, 7. So 7 or 8 there, 7 or 8 there, that's a 1 then. And 7 or 8 there. Right, so got a 1 in that box, so 2 and 1 like that. So let's take the 2s out of this column. And I've got a 3 in the box, so that's not a 3. Right. So 2 will go with 7 and 9, or 4 will go with 5 and 9, one way or the other. So 5, 7s, 9s go there. So in fact, I need 5 or 7 there. Can't have them both there. So that 12 gauge is 4, 8. That's 7 and 8. 3, 5 and 6 between those. 3 plus 5 plus 6 is 14. So that's going to be the third of 3, 5 and 6. So what else can we see? I've got a 4 there. Don't want a 4 in the 10 gauge. Don't want a 4 in any of those. Two, 4. Right, that's 1, 7, 1, 8. Right. Just trying to think now. So yeah, those two add up to 13. This one the same as this one, so that plus that is 13. This one the same one as this one. Doesn't rule out 7 or 8 from this 15 gauge. Right, so look at this 13 gauge. I can't have an 8 there. In fact, I've got an 8 in that row, so let's take the 8 out of that. And the 4 out of the 12 gauge that would have gone with it. So could I have a 7 there? Looks like not, because I'd need 3 and another 3. You can't have 2 3s. 5 and 1, but I've got a 1 there already. And 7 plus 6 is 13 already. So that's 3, 5 or 6 as well. So 3, 5, 6, I've got one of them there, and remember this one is either 4, 3 or 2, 5. So I've got 3 or 5 there. So that's a hidden 3, 5, 6 triple. That's not a 6. So total of 9 there, 1, 8 or 2, 7, and the other total of 9 there. So that's a total of 9, so that one's a 6. So no 6 in the 10 gauge, no 6 there or there. That's 3 and 5. So that's not a 6. So the 14 is 6 there with 3 and 5 there. Right, so 3 or 5 there, hidden pair now, 3, 5, 3, 5. That's got to be a 6. So I can do away with the 6 options there. And the 6 options there as well. So I'm going to go through this again. So 43, so those two add up to 11. And they're 24, so those two add up to 13. But I can't have a 6 anymore, so I can't have a 7 to go with it. So 8 or 9 there with 6 or 7. And the 9 gauge is 4, 5. Right, so total of 7 there to go with the 6 to make up 13. So 3, 4 or 5, 2. So I've got a hidden pair there. So I need a 4 or a 5 there and a 4 or a 5 there. So that's not a 4, so 8 and 4 that way round. So I'll take the 8 out, but 4, 5 again, no 5s there. So no 7 there that would have gone with the 5 to make up the 12. In fact, 7 and 8 there, that's a pair. So I can take out 7s and 8s there. So 5, 9 pair there now, and 3 and 9 there. That's 14. I need 7 to make that up to 21. So 6 and 9, and that plus that was 11. So 5 and 4. So not a 4 there. Got a 9 there, so that's not a 9. That's 5 and 9. No 5s there. So 1, 2, 7 must be that 10 cage. No 7 there. That's 5, 9 and 4 to make it up to 18. So that one's a 2. The 2s can go there. 1, 3, 7 triple. So that can't be 1, 3, 7. It must be 4. So what have we got? Got a 9 there. So that one's a 5. That one's a 9. That one's a 5. 1, 2, 7, 8. They could go any way round. I've got 1 or 7 there and 1 or 7 there. So no 1s or 7s here. But the other one of 2 and 8, along with 3 and 6, are the candidates for that one. In fact, 1, 7 pair there, so that's a 2. And this one is 1 or 7. Right. So 17 cage there. The only place for a 9 in that box is there, because it can't go inside the 26 cage. Obviously they're spoken for. That's a 9. Total of 8 here. Can't be 3, 5. Can't be 2, 6. Must be 1 and 7. And what am I left with? 2, 3, 4, 8. But I've got a 3, 5 pair there, so that's not 3. That's not 2 or 4, so 3, 8 pair there. So 2, 4 pair there, but that one's not 5. That's 3, that's 4, that's 2, that's 4. And I'm left with 2 and 8 between those two. So to make up 21, I need 11, which are going to be 5 and 6. Got a 5 there, so 6, 5, that's 3, 5. I've got 1 and 2 there, so not 2 there, that's 8, 2. 1, 3 and 8 between those, which means that's not 3, it's 2 and 9 and 8 and 5. Right, so 13 cage there. Can't have 1 and 3 because I'd need a 9 there. I've got the 9, so I must have the 8 in it. 8, 1, 4, that looks possible, or 8, 3, can't be 2. Got a 2 there already, so 8, 1, 4. So what have I still got to go here? 6 and 7. Right. So on the bottom here, I've got 2, 4, 9 and a 5, 6 pair. So I've got 1, 3, 7 and 8. I've got an 8 there actually, so that's 1 and 8, and the 8 can go from that. So if I've got 1 and 3 there, I've got 9 there, so it has to be 9 and 7 that way round to make it up to 20. 1, 7, I need a total of 12. That'd have to be 9, 3. It can't be 8, 4, can't be 5, 7. So 1, 7, 9, 3. Or 3, 7 and a total of 10 there. Not 3, 7, not 8, 2, not 1, 9. So if I've got 3 and 7, it would have to be 4 and 6 that way round, because I've got 6 and 4 there. But no 6 there. No 2 there. Okay, we're making progress. Right, 1, 5. I've got a 1 there, so I don't want a 1 there. So 3, 6, 7 triple there. This one will be 4 or 9, but I've got a 4 there. So that's going to have to be a 9, and this one a 4. So let's go back over this now. So 4, Can't have 1, 3 because that would only be 8. I need 12 there. 4, 1, 7 is 12. I need 8 there. But 4, 3, 7 is 14. That would work for a 6 there. So 3, 7 pair there. That's 1, 7, 3. And 6 there and 7 there. 3, 7 there. That's 8, 1, 7, 1, 7. Right, so I've got 23 there. I've got 38, 37. Yeah, that's only 14 there. So 37 between all those. I must have 8. In fact, I could have ruled that one out straight away because I've got 7 there. So 8 and 3, 8, 5 and 6 and 5. And 1 and 2 to make that up to 12. But I've got 1s and 2s there. So 1, 2 that way round. So no 2 there. No 8s on that row, so 3 there, 6 and 2. Got 3 there, so 7 and 3. I've got a 3 in that column, so 8 there and 3 there. 7 there for 1 and 7. And 8, 1, 2, 7. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.